She walked across that graduation stage, and suddenly the entire room went silent. Zahara Jolie, no Pitt, no father's last name. Yeah, Hollywood is definitely going to be talking about this one. Picture this for a second. Sunny morning in Atlanta. Spelman College is packed with graduates in caps and gowns, families screaming, cameras everywhere. And sitting in the crowd, Angelina Jolie herself. She's smiling, filming on her phone, looking like the proudest mom alive. Then her daughter, the same little girl we all remember from old paparazzi photos, literally runs onto the stage to grab her diploma. And that's when it happens. The announcer says, Zahara Jolie. Not Jolie Pitt, just Jolie. And suddenly, everybody starts whispering. When people first heard Zahara was going to Spelman College, most assumed it would just be another celebrity kid getting a fancy degree. But honestly, this girl actually worked. She studied psychology and educational studies, which basically means she could go into counseling, advocacy, teaching, social work, all the helping professions. And honestly, that feels very Angelina-coded. But wait, it gets deeper. Back in 2023, Zahara joined the legendary Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. And even back then, she introduced herself as Zahara Jolie. People noticed immediately, because dropping Pitt once may be coincidence. Twice, now it's a statement. And listen, she wasn't just quietly attending classes either. She was involved in leadership programs, charity work, community projects, the kind of stuff celebrity kids usually talk about doing but never actually do. Then graduation day comes, she's smiling, running across the stage, looking genuinely happy. And Angelina, almost emotional watching her daughter graduate. But here's the thing, everyone noticed immediately. Brad Pitt wasn't there, at least publicly. No photos, no sightings, nothing. And you know the internet caught that instantly. But honestly, the moment that really hit people emotionally happened before graduation. Zahara gave this speech at the Pearls of Purpose mother-daughter luncheon. And wow, she talked about her relationship with Angelina in a way that honestly made people tear up. She said their connection was special and hard to explain. Then she reminded everyone she was adopted at 6 months old and raised in a family that valued kindness, helping people, and personal growth. And then came the line that had social media melting, I'm a strong woman because I was raised by a strong woman. Oof, that hit hard, especially because, once again, she only talked about her mother, not her father, not even once. But here's where this story turns from emotional to straight-up Hollywood drama. Because this wasn't just a daughter praising her mum, this was a public rejection of the Pitt name in front of thousands of people, and once people connected the dots, it got messy. Because Zahara isn't even the only Jolie Pitt child distancing themselves from Brad. Shiloh reportedly filed paperwork to legally remove Pitt from her name. Vivian has already started professionally using only Jolie. And now Zahara does this at graduation. People online are basically asking, what actually happened inside this family? Because let's be real, children don't usually distance themselves from a parent this publicly for no reason. And yet, nobody from the family is directly talking about it, which somehow makes the silence even louder. Honestly, guys, this moment felt bigger than just a graduation. Yes, Zahara got her degree. Yes, she made Angelina incredibly proud. But this also felt like something else. A very quiet, very elegant, very public statement. And maybe that's what makes it so powerful. No screaming, no interviews, no family drama posted online. Just one missing last name. And somehow, that said everything. So now, I want to know what you think. Do you think this is simply Zahara honoring her mother? Or do you believe this is her way of distancing herself from Brad Pitt completely? Because one thing's for sure, the Jolie Pitt family story is far from over. Guys, this story is insane. He promised to be the perfect dad, and now she's crying online saying she's completely alone. So who's lying here? Is the truth in the money he's supposedly spending on the baby? Or in the tears she's posting on TikTok? Let's talk about it. Imagine this for a second. A young mom sitting in her kitchen, phone in one hand, baby bottle in the other. She's casually talking on TikTok about sleepless nights, diapers, baby shampoo. And then suddenly she says, I'm doing all of this alone. And just like that, the internet explodes. Meanwhile, somewhere else, the guy who once said he couldn't wait to become a father is probably staring at his phone reading those words. Yeah, welcome to another Hollywood disaster. This whole thing actually started like a movie romance. Back in March 2025, they met at a party, sparks flying instantly. A few months later, cute couple photos everywhere. Then by July, they shocked everyone announcing they were expecting a baby together. That fast. And honestly, would you guys trust a relationship moving that quickly? Then on December 12th, 2025, baby Scottie Rose was born. Fans melted instantly. People were calling them the cutest little family ever. But the fairy tale didn't even survive 5 months. Suddenly, breakup rumors. No big statement, no dramatic announcement, just silence. Then in May 2026, Elsie posts a TikTok that changes everything. She says, "I have a baby to take care of. I have to work and make money, and I'm doing it on my own." And people lost it. Comments flooded in immediately. "Wait, where's Pete? What do you mean alone? Is he not helping?" And then came the moment that really sent social media into chaos. Someone commented, "I hope you don't mean financially alone too." And Elsie replied, "I am." One sentence. That's it. Then she deleted it. Too late though. Screenshots were already everywhere. Twitter exploded. TikTok detectives went crazy. People instantly split into two sides. Team Elsie, Team Pete. And somehow, it got even messier. The very next day, Elsie posts on Instagram saying she's looking for a nanny, an assistant, basically a right-hand person. Guys, imagine being a celebrity and openly searching for help online because you're overwhelmed. Some people felt terrible for her, others mocked the situation. And Pete, silent, at least publicly. Because behind the scenes, another version of the story starts leaking out. Sources close to Pete suddenly tell the media he fully financially supports both Elsie and the baby. Not only that, apparently he's paying for everything. Baby expenses, insurance, living costs. And according to insiders, he's doing more than enough. Now hold on, because this is where the story gets really complicated. If he's paying for everything, why does she feel abandoned? And honestly, guys, this happens way more often than people admit. Sometimes financial support is there, but emotional support isn't. Maybe she wanted a partner, not just someone covering bills. Or maybe Pete really is trying and she's still hurt because the relationship collapsed so fast. And speaking of fast, their relationship moved at lightning speed. Think about this. They met, started dating, got pregnant, had a baby, all within months. That's not a slow burn romance. That's a roller coaster with no brakes. Insiders even said problems started while she was pregnant, and suddenly everything starts making more sense. Now fans are digging through old interviews of Pete talking about fatherhood. Remember this? He literally said becoming a dad was the most exciting thing in his life. He said he felt finally ready. And now, the internet is asking Shomna, where is that excited father now? Meanwhile, paparazzi photos of Elsie start circulating. No makeup, baby stroller, exhausted face. And instead of hiding from it, she talks openly about struggling. That honesty actually made a lot of people relate to her even more, especially mums, because let's be real, raising a baby is hard enough. Doing it while millions of strangers judge you online, that's brutal. But then Pete's supporters fire back saying, he's not absent, he's paying for everything. He wants the best for his daughter. And honestly, maybe both sides are telling their version of the truth, because relationships ending after a baby, it's complicated, really complicated. But here's the part that made people completely switch sides. Apparently Pete isn't just helping financially. Sources claim he's covering literally all of Scottie's expenses, and even helping Elsie herself financially too. And suddenly people started asking, wait, is he being painted as the villain unfairly? Because there's a huge difference between being emotionally distant and completely abandoning your child. And maybe that's the real issue here. Not money, not fame, but two people who rushed into a life-changing relationship before they really knew each other. And now there's a baby in the middle of it all. Honestly, guys, this whole story is sad. A relationship that started like a Hollywood dream turned into public TikTok heartbreak within months. So now I want to know what you think. Do you believe Elsie? Do you believe Pete's side? Can someone financially support a child and still emotionally fail as a parent? Because right now, the internet is completely divided, and something tells me this story is far from over.